What's up guys? Welcome back to another episode of our course. So my name is Jan Sasuyumano, and today is your first time of joining the channel. Kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you get alerted anytime I release a new video. So on this episode of our course, we are going to learn about folder structure. So on the screen here, you could see I have a folder right on my screen here known as all projects. We also have project category, we have subcategory, we have project name and files. So this is an organizational folder. I know that you have been working with other folders, but with this course, for us to be in a line of what we are doing, that's why I'm trying to teach you about this folder structure so that we have one goal, one achievement. So ours is going to be in the building frame, which is the structure folder. So again, when I change my screen, you could see this is also a structure of how to organize a folder. But let me move into the screen, as I said, to show you what we are going to use in this course as Revit structures. So kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel. It's your first time of joining the YouTube channel so that you get alerted anytime I release a video. So when you come into my screen here, you could see I have tutorials and course. So this is a folder I've created for our Revit structure course and also our tutorials. So when I open that, I have Revit structures. So I'm going to open this Revit structures. So I don't know if you have a company name or anything that you have, you could save it as your company name, or if you work for a company, that's how you have to save it. So on this course, what we are learning is what folder structure. So when I open this folder, I've named it 1000-folder structure. 1000-folder structure. So this is what we are going to work with. So in the course, when you get the course or when you get a Revit structural course, you could create this series of folder here. So right from the screen, I've named, we have number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. It could be more, but this is what we are starting from. So number one talks about the incoming. So incoming, if you are a structural engineer or you are a CAD technician or you are an architect, sometimes you receive files from clients. You receive ideas from clients that, oh, I want you to draw this for me, I want you. And if you are a structural engineer, you work with architects. So this incoming folder here, we have number 1 here is the files that you receive from somewhere, from your client or from anybody. You are going to keep these files in what? In the incoming folder. So when you open the incoming folder, because we are working with structural stuffs, I have placed my arc file in the incoming folder. Sometimes you can also create a date so that if there is any updated with the client's idea, you could also change the dates there as well. And the second folder is the length file. Because we are working with the structural documents, or because we are working on the structural designs component, we have to get the length file. And the length file sometimes comes from the incoming file that you receive, because here is the case. If I've received a file from an architect and I'm going to use that architect to work on my project as a structural engineer, I have to impose the drawings that I have. I have to impose the architect drawing on my structure element, on my Revit file, so that I can place my columns as well. So the length file is a file from the incoming folder into the length file. After you are done, or you are done with the project, you have for review or in-house. So you are going to print out your drawings and place them in the review folder for you to review it yourself. If you have another Piers around you, then you can review the project in the for review in-house project. And we have the outgoing to client. So when you review your product, then you can place that document that you've worked on in the outgoing folder. Then you send it to your client with a date. So as time goes on with our course, we are going to do same with this folder structure for you to understand what a folder structure is. And we talked about, in general, in the building firm, we have something we call BIM, building information modeling, and folder structure also is fused into the building modeling component. That makes it a unique structure of what we call BIM. So the number 5, so my company name, as you know, is Infinity Height Studios or Infinity Height Limited. So number 5 is Infinity HIHS, means Infinity Height Studios file. So these are where I'm going to keep my original files. So my Revit files or my structural files, this is where I'm going to work without. So let me move into the Revit structure or the Revit user interface, and I'm going to click on this new. Because we are creating everything new, we are going to use structure template here, and I'm going to use a project area. I'm going to click OK. I've already explained the user interface to you, what is the meaning of the project, what is the meaning of project templates. So we have our working area, we have our properties palette, we have our project browser, we have our ribbon tools and ribbon tabs, and the contextual tools as well, as I've explained. This is the cardinal point here as well. So for now, we are not going to do anything. I'm going to save my file that we are going to use for this Revit course, Revit structural course here. I'm going to click on file, and I'll click on save as, and I'll save project. So I'm going to browse through my folder structure that I've created. So I'm using a crowd save. So I'll come to tutorials, Revit structures, course files, then I'll come to folder structure. Then I'll browse directly towards number 5, which is my company name and the files. Then I'm going to save this project as what? Revit structural course, template, structural course, it's called structural course. So let me create RVT. For now it's okay. Then I'll come to option, then the maximum backup files I can do 2 for now. Then I'll click on OK, then I'll do save. So all what we are trying to say on this episode of our course, on this episode of our tutorial, is to organize your folder with this example that I've given you. I earlier showed you this organization. This one talks about our building firm. We have the building model, we have the building output, we have record, we have visualization model. So when we come to the 3D the architecture aspect, we are also going to try and create a similar folder like this in order to render our files and place them inside as well. So when you check the building model, for instance, let me zoom in so that you can see. We have the central model, user model, benchmark. So these are ideas. And under output area, we have animation, card, plot. So this is how folder structure works. So thank you for joining the course. Thank you for joining this episode. If this is your first time of joining our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to the YouTube channel so that you become part of the family. My name is Jansen Suimano. Thank you. Bye for now.